Ciao everyone, welcome back to my channel. As you probably read from the video title, you might be wondering what is this disease that I'm gonna talk about, or such a thing that is so terrible. Well, let me start saying that it's a matter of perspectives. So to me, in my opinion, it's nothing to worry about, but for some people it's not. So I'm just really happy that I finally get to share this, because I hope that this video can be encouraging for those people who think that this is actually a bad thing, and I hope that will actually inspire or just change someone's perspective. Okay, so after clarifying this, I'm gonna talk you through it. So basically, as I'm recording this video, I am currently single.
What?
But yeah, and I'm completely fine with that. Like, to me, it's not such a bad thing, but as you probably know, for some people it is. And something like unbelievable happened to me before, which is what I want to share. And so basically, I work, and the thing is, happened like not just once but more than once. But anyway, basically time ago I was at work. It was one of my colleagues, and she just asked me, so do you have a boyfriend? And I just want to clarify that there is nothing wrong about asking, you know, to a friend, do you have a boyfriend, do you have a girlfriend? It's completely fine. So that was completely fine. And I just said, no, I don't. I'm actually single. She went literally like pale, and I'm not joking, guys. I'm don't like, I'm serious. She just went like, oh my gosh, really? And I was like, yeah, just single. And continuing, she also said, oh, how come, my darling, with such a really sad and shocked face. And I looked at her and I was like, well, I just didn't find the right person yet, and also I'm focused on my studies and my career, which is absolutely true. Like, literally, guys, I'm really busy, but that's another thing. And she was so shocked, and she, okay guys, you won't believe this, she said, oh, that's fine, don't worry, let me show you one of my friends, guy's single. It's actually a really good guy, and he goes to the gym. Look, he's really like nice. I was just like, oh my gosh. Okay, there was actually one event experience about the question, you know, are you single, do you have a boyfriend? With different people, friends or colleagues at work, I had also some people like actually assuming, like straight away, really with confidence, saying stuff like, oh, you know, what time did you finish your shift and stuff, you know? And I was like, well, I'm gonna finish, you know, such time, it's gonna be a little bit late and stuff like that. And people saying, oh, well, you're probably gonna see your boyfriend at least at the end of the day. I was like, I won't see any boyfriend. And people went like, I'm not joking, guys, I'm sure that some of you can relate. People went like, what? Wait, what? And second, are you telling me you're single? And I was like, yeah. And people went like, what? Really? So doesn't mean you don't have a boyfriend? Like, kind of stressing out, you think like he can't be, like, or just. And anyway, that was like another experience. And guys, I could tell you more about this experience. After this episode, day after day, I just realized that most people nowadays have such a massive misunderstanding, I would say, about singleness. Such a really unfortunate or pessimistic view about singleness, about being single. And this can be from people who are single at the moment, but also from people that are now in a relationship or being in a relationship but still have a pessimistic view about singleness. So this video is not just aimed to single people, but it's actually aimed literally like to everyone out there who has a pessimistic view about singleness and just the fact, you know, of being single. The first thing that I want to clarify is that, of course, it's not illness and there is nothing wrong with you. And this is one of the first things that people reactions, or, you know, what they say, makes people think, single people think about singleness like it's such an awful thing, such a disease. It is not. You are simply like single, just single, that's it. Nothing so terrible. So terrible. And another thing that I want to clarify is that I really value relationships. So please do not think that I'm making this video as a single person against any kind of, you know, relationship. I value both. I value being single as much as I value being in a relationship, because both of them are like important stages in our life, and they're meant to be there. And also I want to clarify as well that singleness doesn't mean being unviable. Like many people tell me, oh, you're single, okay, like I have this guy that you can meet, or why don't you come, you know, with me tonight, it's gonna be many beautiful guys, stuff like that. Being single doesn't mean necessarily being unviable. Of course, there's a time when someone is single but is also ready for a relationship, amazing. But sometimes people are single and doesn't mean that they are looking for someone. I want to clarify this as well, just opening up to you guys with this topic. And yeah, so speaking of singleness, being single, guys, doesn't mean that you are alone. And something that is happening nowadays a lot is that people actually get in a relationship more and more because they think they're alone, they think they need someone, or they are looking for a support. And especially, guys, they're looking for happiness in somebody else. And trust me, there is nothing like worse than looking at happiness in somebody else. The source of happiness, the source of joy, has to be like within you. You need to be already happy and complete. I'm gonna stress this word, complete. Many people are looking, there is this, to me, in my opinion, this stereotype about the other half, like you were born half. Doesn't make sense. And this is so wrong, guys, because I believe in like a match completely. I believe in matching with somebody. I believe in just like, you know, finding one another and, you know, becoming one, absolutely. But this doesn't mean that you were born off. You were born complete. You are a complete individual. You don't need another person to make you feel full, complete. Your happiness shouldn't come from another person. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you are not happy within yourself, and then you're looking for support and you're looking for happiness in somebody else, what happens is that you will basically charge that person. You will give that person the responsibility of your unhappiness, of your lack of support, or lack of whatever you're lacking of at the moment. And the thing is, you need to grow fast. You need to reach your complete stage or whatever you're lacking at the moment. If you feel you're not happy, trust me, a boyfriend is not gonna bring you happiness. Definitely a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or a husband or a wife is like a support, is an important, you know, and valuable figure in your life. But it's not like the source of happiness. And what happened when you start, when you're not happy with yourself, or when you have some issues which probably you don't even think you have, but you might have, and you haven't dealt, okay, so be careful about this, and you haven't dealt with your issues before meeting this boyfriend or having a boyfriend or a girlfriend. And what happens is that when you charge this person, when you make this person responsible for your happiness, or responsible fixing the kind of issues that you might have within yourself, it's going to be a situation where you're giving the person something that the person cannot handle anyway, because it's about you anyway. So whatever the person's going to do, it won't fix you. It won't make you feel better, and or might make you feel better, but just gonna be a temporary thing anyway. And so that's something that I want to clarify as well. Some people get in a relationship because they think, okay, I'm not happy, but if I'm with someone, I am happy. This is so wrong. It's literally so wrong, guys. And then something else that is happening nowadays so much is that within people, of course, talking about people that are in a relationship, people that are not, so different stages in different people's lives. And this comparison thing, which I talked about briefly in another video, when I said that comparison actually the first ingredient for failure, because you will start, you know, focus on other people's journey. Really briefly, that's what I said. And because of comparison, people start thinking that some people have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, which as a consequence, this equal, I don't have what they have. So long story short, boyfriend nowadays, for some people, of course the things I'm saying do not relate to everybody out there, but what I'm saying is that many people will start comparing themselves, and because they don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend, what's happening is that they're giving to the boyfriend or girlfriend the same value they will give to an item. Let's say, I don't know, a brand bag. Do you know what I mean? Like, oh, I got in a relationship like the same way as I got in this brand bag or a t-shirt, and people will start being like, okay, I want that t-shirt as well, or I want a boyfriend as well. Or they will start comparing themselves and be like, oh, my friend, she's so happy with a boyfriend, or my friend is so happy with her girlfriend, I don't have that, so I'm not happy. These are so many thoughts that I totally understand, but guys, they're so wrong, because as I said before, your happiness doesn't come from being in a relationship. The happiness you're looking for comes within you. If you're not happy at the moment, that means that there's something that you need to work through within yourself, some things you need to probably grow about, or just, you know, realize. And until you get to that point, trust me, nobody's gonna bring the happiness to you. The thing is, one misconception about being single is thinking that people in a relationship are more worth it than you because you're single. Or actually, let me reword this, something so wrong, guys, is that people think that having a boyfriend or a girlfriend means having something more in their life than you actually have now being single. This is so wrong. Me, for example, in my case, being single doesn't mean that I'm less valued or someone who's in a relationship. And as well, doesn't mean that someone that is in a relationship is more worth it or fortunate or blessed that I am now in being single. I am as much blessed and as much fortunate or valued or valuable being single. You know what I mean? It's not like people are making it such a big deal actually, but it is not. So please, if you don't have a boyfriend, don't think that you are missing something or there is something wrong about you. There is nothing wrong about you at all, because again, having or not having, and the reason I say this is that is because our relationship, a boyfriend or a girlfriend does not define your worth, does not define you, does not define the person that you are. You are worth it, you are blessed, you are fortunate, I don't know, all the words that you want to use, with or without a girlfriend or a boyfriend. And the reason, and this links again to me saying this is why your happiness doesn't come from somebody else. Your source of joy doesn't come from being in a relationship. It has to come from within you. What's happening lately is that people think, okay, I don't have that, but I want to have that as well. So they will start actually looking for guys or girls, or just like getting into a relationship just because they feel that if they are not in a relationship, they are not valued or there is something wrong with them. And it's so wrong, guys. And because of that, many people out there are settling, are just not happy, like fully, but because they feel discouraged about being single, they just get into something that is not gonna bring them any happiness at all. However, as a single myself, I totally understand there are some stages sometimes where being single can be a struggle or some kind of moody moments. And so because of that, I just want to give some tips as well on how to embrace singleness. The first tip that I would advise, something that I am putting into practice, is understand first of all your value, understand how much you're worth it, understand how much you're complete, but especially understand who you are. Because if you don't know who you are before meeting someone else, then it will be more difficult for you to actually know who you want your other person, who you want your girlfriend or boyfriend to be. So my first tip will be really and truly to understand yourself, who you are first. And this can be done just through reflecting on the things that make you happy as a person, or things that you're struggling with at the moment. Just kind of researching, you know, within your heart, like what's good and what's not so good, what you would like to change or improve about yourself. Once you understand who you are as a person, my second tip would be to then understand what you want. Because it's easy sometimes to be like, okay, I got a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or I want this boyfriend, I want this person to be that, but who you actually want beside you, what kind of person you're looking for. Because trust me, we're not the same, and it's so beautiful that we're not, because we're unique. But at the same time, of course, we are not for everybody out there. We are not, you know, suitable for everyone. So understand what kind of person you're looking for. This can be, some people actually make a list, to be honest, but of course it has to be a list which is quite real, you know, like a grounded list. I haven't made any list, to be honest, so far, but what I would suggest is to focus on the values you want this person to have. Again, a grounded, you know, list, and the values you want this person to have, and the mindset and the personality. Also trying to figure out some of the things that you wouldn't like about someone, but again, of course, stay grounded. Don't be like, okay, I want this person to be super perfect, super amazing, super cute, super kind, because that doesn't exist. Because I assume, like, even myself, I'm not perfect. I have so many things I need to grow about in time. Like, you would never find someone that's perfect, but something important is that the absence of perfection doesn't mean that you need to settle for someone that, for example, doesn't value your worth and is not suitable for you. So the reason why I gave these two first tips, knowing who you are, and then also understanding who you want that person to be, like understanding who you're looking for, is because by doing that, you will not settle for someone that eventually is not suitable for you. There are many people that, for different reasons, especially because they don't know who they are, they settle because they start thinking, okay, actually, you know what, I'm just like a kind of simple girl, so any guy will be good for me as long as I'm in a relationship, as long as I have a guy, like it's fine, like I deserve whoever. No, you don't deserve whoever or whatever. You deserve like the best, basically, and it represents your value, which is 100%. So you deserve 100%. So because of that, once again, you understand yourself, and you would definitely know who you're looking for. You're looking for someone that values the person, that values and represents who you are. And because of that, eventually, hopefully, you will not settle with somebody that probably is not best for you. Be quite useful, quite a tip for people that are in a relationship at the moment. They maybe are struggling with someone that they are not sure about, but they still think is the last guy or last girl in the world. Okay, and another tip that I would give as well is, of course, surround yourself with friends and people that support you, besides being single or not. Of course, like don't like really give credit to these people that are discouraging you because you're single. If you want, just give them an insight about it, but surround yourself with people that encourage you, they value, like, you know, whether you're single or not. Because if someone doesn't value because you are not in a relationship, trust me, this is not a good friend. Last thing that I want to also say is a question, and it's a question that I had from it was a sermon, like they were talking about singleness, and this pastor said, for the singles looking for someone, but is the person you're looking for someone like you? And that question literally like just blew my mind, because I was thinking, wow, that's so true. How easy it is to think about someone, looking for someone, without forgetting that that person as well is looking for someone that should be you. So I just thought that was like an amazing question to just, you know, question yourself. And yeah, so this is the end of this video, and sorry if I talk too much, and I just hope that's been an encouraging video for either single people or people in a relationship. I hope that there has been an insight or just like some points have been clarified about the true meaning of single and of singleness. If you experienced some of these kind of episodes that I had in my life, please leave a comment below. I would love to know about your stories and, you know, what kind of experiences you had as well. And yeah, and I will see you in my next video. And if you like this video, don't forget to leave a thumb up, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.